Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering here today. I stand before you not just as a professor, but as someone deeply committed to truth, accountability, and the future of democracy. Today, I reveal to you facts that have been buried under noise, distractions, and manipulations. And let me warn you, what you are about to hear will challenge the very image some people hold about former President Donald Trump. So, buckle up, because the truth is not just surprising. It is shocking. Donald Trump has long presented himself as the ultimate champion of the common citizen, a self-made fighter who claims to battle against the so-called corrupt elite on behalf of everyday Americans. But when we examine his leadership closely, a very different picture begins to emerge, one that exposes not strength but self-interest, not unity but division. Ask yourself, who truly benefited from Trump's time in power? Was it the struggling families trying to make ends meet, or was it Trump himself and those within his inner circle? This is the uncomfortable question that cannot be ignored. Throughout his presidency, Trump consistently positioned himself at the center of every narrative, ensuring the spotlight never shifted away from him. When the economy faltered, he exaggerated victories that never truly existed. When global crises demanded clarity and unity, he offered confusion, denial, and deflection. When America cried out for healing, he instead deepened the wounds by pitting one group against another. Is this the hallmark of a leader committed to the people, or the strategy of a man determined to preserve his own power at any cost? The hook lies in this undeniable pattern. Trump's rhetoric promised greatness, but his actions delivered chaos. His speeches rang with the language of patriotism, yet his conduct betrayed the very values he claimed to defend. Instead of transparency, there were distortions. Instead of service, there was self-preservation. Instead of lifting America higher, he thrived on keeping the nation divided and distracted. And perhaps the most dangerous part of all, millions were persuaded to believe the illusion, while the truth stood in plain sight. Leadership is not about how loudly one can speak, but about how faithfully one serves. And the shocking truth about Donald Trump is that his leadership was never about the people. It was about him. The shocking truth about Donald Trump is not limited to his actions alone. It also reveals something troubling about the silence that has surrounded him. A democracy thrives when citizens, leaders, and institutions hold power accountable. Yet during Trump's rise and rule, accountability too often gave way to complicity. Those who knew better stayed quiet, and those who could act often chose political gain over moral duty. The question we must ask ourselves is chilling. What happens to a nation when truth becomes optional and deception becomes acceptable? The hook is undeniable. Trump may have played the central role, but the stage was crowded with enablers. Each unchecked falsehood, each unchallenged abuse of authority, created a new normal where lies were tolerated and division was excused. Leaders who should have spoken out chose instead to protect their positions, while citizens who were misled accepted the spectacle as if it were reality. The danger here is clear. Silence is not neutral. Silence is permission, and permission allowed deception to flourish. Accountability is the bedrock of a free society. Without it, power shifts from serving the people to serving itself. Trump's era showed us how fragile the line truly is between democracy and disorder. It is not just about the man who spoke the lies. It is about the millions who allowed those lies to echo unchallenged. How long can a society withstand this erosion before it breaks? How long can truth survive when those entrusted to defend it choose silence instead? The urgent call is this: Accountability is not optional, it is essential. The shocking truth is that Trump's actions were dangerous, but the nation's tolerance of them was equally so. When deception is left unchecked, democracy itself is at risk.